All right, chat. It's time for our Year of the Wolf core set review for Arena. If you guys aren't familiar with how we do this, we use a scale of 1 to 5, with a 3 being what we consider an average card. An average card is, we're going to go with a 3 mana 3/4 being an average card. That's just how we're going to set it. And, higher is better. What we're going to do for this review is we'll give numerical scores to the cards that are new to core. And then we will just comment on the cards that are leaving core, like how, relevant they are. It doesn't matter. Is it a big loss? Things like that. So it's going to be a little bit of giving a score, and then it's going to be a little bit of just like commenting on, oh yeah, these are gone. Oh, we'll miss them, or we don't care, or whatever it is. Okay. We'll start with Demon Hunter. We'll go alphabetical down, and we will do our best to keep it short and sweet. I don't know how well we'll do at that, but that's our plan. Our plan is short and sweet and not drag on too much, okay? All right, so starting off with Demon Hunter, we'll go with what's leaving and then what's coming. We'll just do that as like a standard, all right? It's too small. You want it bigger? Let me see. Maybe I can make it a little bigger. Does that help? It's a little bit better, huh? Here, then let's move the score somewhere else. Maybe something like that's better. More. I mean, I can only do it so much more, okay? It's already scuffed. You're already making it scuffed, okay? You're just going to have to bear with me, all right? If you guys want to look and see individual cards, there's not a way to do, like, individual cards on the library because it's not updated yet, all right? Okay, Demon Hunter. So we're losing Corvus Bloodthorn. No one cares. If it's a card and no one cares about, then I'm not going to go through the text when it does or whatever. No one cares. Bye. Good riddance. We're losing Sightless Watcher. Sightless Watcher's a decent card. I mean, I'd say it's a good card. But again, like, who really cares, right? We're losing Chaos Nova. It's always kind of a mediocre AoE. One less thing to play around against DH unless they get new AoE. But it's kind of like whatever, I'd say. All these cards, I just don't really care about them leaving. I'm also just not the biggest DH fan. But all right, so what do we have coming back? Let's make this one bigger too, so you guys don't yell. Coming back, we have Kain Sun Fury. So this is a 4 mana 3/5 charge. All friendly attacks ignore taunt. In Arena, this is always, like, okay. It's important to note that it's all friendly attacks, so not just this one. So this has charge, and then everything else on your board can also charge. It's like a fine card in Arena. I don't really draft it that highly. I would say this is probably between, like, a 3.5 or a 4. Honestly, I feel like it's probably, like, a 3.5. Oh, no, the points, it's too big. The text is too big. There we go, whatever. That works. Deal. I'm going to go with a 3.5 for that one. It's fine. It's not something I draw super highly. Immolation Aura is back. Immolation Aura is great. Immolation Aura has, no change to the card. Some of the cards that are coming back, they've buffed. Immolation Aura, no change, but that card's just really, really solid. Probably a 4 for that one. Just very, very good AoE. Does 2 ticks, so like you can kill a 1 health death rattle and then kill a second 1 health. That just makes it very, very powerful. And now this one I'm very excited for. Illidari's Studies. I feel like this is one of, if not my favorite, DH cards. You guys like this card too? Illidari's Studies is just fun. And, I don't know. I just really like the study card, so I'm really glad that card's coming back. I don't know off the top of my head everything that we're gonna have in the Outcast pool, but I gotta believe it's gonna be at least a 4.5, right? If we have really crazy stuff, then it's probably a 5. But for now, just with a general thought, I'll put it at a 4.5. Okay. So that's DH. We're done with DH. Next up, we will check out Druid. Starting with the cards that are leaving the core set. Kekbai. Fandral Staghelm. Goodbye. Does anyone really care? 4 mana, 3/5. Choose one cards and powers have both effects combined. No, I don't think I've even seen that card. I didn't even know it was in the core set. Force of Nature is gone. Good, that card sucks. Get more sucky cards out. Earth and Scales is gone. I mean, in Arena, once it went to 2 mana, it was pretty shit. At 1 mana, it was kind of okay if you generated it. At 2 mana, it was just kind of bad. So, yeah, I don't really care. I'm a little sad about Mounted Raptor leaving because that just felt like a really druidy card. Does that make sense? I don't know. Something about it. It just felt druidy to me. It's a shitter that spawns another shitter. But, it's okay. We have plenty of those type of cards. So, kind of whatever on the druid cards leaving. Not going to really miss any of them that much. Okay, now the ones that are joining us. I would say the druid cards that are joining us are just a big fat KEKW. These are very constructed-oriented cards, and does anyone really care about these cards coming back? Kiri, Chosen of Elune. 4 mana, 2/2, Battlecry has Solar Eclipse and Lunar Eclipse to your hand, and then we have the Solar Eclipse and Lunar Eclipse coming back. Lunar Eclipse is a solid card in Arena. Solar Eclipse is pretty terrible the vast majority of the time. We'll go ahead and give ratings from left to right. Kiri, I think it's pretty mediocre. Maybe it's a little bit above average. I mean, it's a legendary. It's bad for a legendary, but I'll go 3.5 on that one. Might even be more close to a 3. Solar Eclipse, I think, is just awful. That's probably like a 1.5. So the review for Solar Eclipse, 1.5. Lunar Eclipse is pretty good. That's probably like a 3.5 or a 4. Probably a 4. Lunar Eclipse is a pretty solid card. And then finally, Witchwood Apple. So they buffed this card, right, chat? 1 mana, add 2/2 Treants to your hand, and now the Treants cost 1 mana. So you can get you can play this and then play 2 Treants on turn 3, which is okay. Or I actually really like this card now because you can play it on turn 1 and then just save it to fill in your curve, and that's probably the best way to use it in Arena. Like you don't have a 1-drop, and then you play it, and then you just you can play it along with a 2-drop on 3 or whatever. So I think Apple's a pretty solid card. How good? What do you guys think? Think it's a 4, or is that too high? 3.5 maybe. You guys think it's a 3? You think it's an average card? Aggro support, it didn't need, I think. I think I'm okay with like a 3.5. I think it's quite improved in this state. We'll go with 3.5. All right, on to Hunter. So first, leaving Hunter is Houndmaster Shaw. Goodbye. And Shaw was a fine Arena card. Man, when Shaw first came out, it was just insane. Like, it was just so good. I feel like in this meta, I haven't seen it a whole lot, but it's also just people have more removal now. And if it's, I don't know if it's going to stay standard Arena, but it's just easier to answer that card. And it's, I don't know. It's not what I'm going to super miss, but it's a little sad to see it go. Wow, Snake Trap is gone. What? Wait, why, chat? Wait, why would they get rid of Snake Trap? This one makes me kind of sad. Dire Frenzy, good riddance. I hate that card. Cloaked Huntress, I'm a little sad to see that one go. I feel like that just feels like a really important card for Hunter, but the other 2 secrets are better. Oh, it's just not used anymore. Oh, okay. No more. Hunter's getting more secrets back. Oh, okay. Gotcha. And Spring Paw's gone. That's fine. Spring Paw has felt pretty weak these days. So, and then what do we have joining? Dragonbane's back. The legendary 4 mana 3/5 mech. After you use your hero power, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Is this card insane? It's okay, right? It's like a 4 maybe. I don't know. Again, this is all for Arena. It can do it can do damage. It can be reach, but I think it's kind of okay card, right? Yeah, I feel like it's like 3.5 to 4 as well. We can give it a 4 though. Wandering Monster. is coming back. Wandering Monster is still a very, very good secret, I think. You know, it scales with the power level of 3 drops, and the 3-drop pool is pretty good right now. So that's probably also like a 3.5 to 4, I would guess. Maybe it's a 3.5, but it's one of the better secrets for sure. Really, you guys think Wandering Monster should be even higher? Like a 4.5? I mean, it's fine. I think it's fine. Cat Trick is back. Cat Trick's an okay card. I think it's like average, maybe below average. 2.5. Sometimes it just does nothing, but I think in a meta where there's a lot of spells, it's probably a bit better. And, you know, secrets, you also just have to play around different things. So you can give it a 3. Wait, Doggy Biscuit wasn't in this core set? Wait, what? Oh, they kept it. I guess it was just in one of the expansions. Is that why? Oh, okay. Yeah, Doggy Biscuit's really good. Probably a 4. Maybe even a 4.5. Doggy Biscuit's quite a strong card. And finally, Jeweled Macaw, dude. Jeweled Macaw's back and buffed. Dude, I'm giving this a 5. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care. A 1-mana 1/2 now, and it gives you stuff. This card's great. I think these 1-mana 1/2s are going to be great. Just amazing cards now. Easy 5 for me. You can't give this a 5. The Druid one actually lets you discover. Wait, what does the Druid one do? Oh, the other one. Okay, fine. Okay, Smelly says we have to get a 4.5. All right, if you guys wanted to give it a 5, sorry, Smelly says 4.5. Rip. Thanks, Smelly. But I'm really excited to see that card back and as a 1/2. Should be very good. All right, on to Mage. Now, this is one of the big shockers, chat. First off, Kaligos is out. We've had some fun with Kaligos. I think it's okay to have that card head on out. Flamestrike is gone. What? Why, chat? Why did they get rid of Flamestrike? I mean, the answer is probably it's not played in Standard, but like, that's such an iconic card. They buffed it. Didn't they buff it last year? Did they buff it last year just to like yeet it this year? I don't get it. I know what's happening, but that one I feel like is kind of stupid to me. They don't use Flamestrike in WoW anymore. Like any of these cards leaving. I'm pretty sad about Flamestrike leaving, honestly. I'm also pretty sad about Cone of Cold leaving. I feel like 3-mana Cone's pretty nice. Was it 2 years ago? Okay. Pyromaniac's out. That's fine. I mean, it's a good card, but I don't know. That's not a card I'll be like, oh my god, I love that card so much. Conjure out makes me a little sad, but the truth of the matter is there's just so many better ways to discover. You still take Conjure in Arena because, you know, it's just so powerful to discover, but there's just so many cheap discover options that Conjure is it's just kind of outdated, I think. So, yep. All right, and then what is joining Mage? Stargazer Luna is back. After you play the rightmost card in your hand, draw a card. I mean, Luna, I don't know. I still don't think this card's going to be great in Arena. What do you guys think about Luna? I feel like if it was a 3/4, then maybe you could talk about it being good, but as a 2/4, it's just kind of like 3 drops are just, should be default 3/4 now. No? 3? Yeah, I think it's like 3 or maybe even 2.5. Well, we can give it a 3, but I think it's pretty mediocre these days. All right, Firelands Portal's back though. What do you guys think Firelands is in the current day? Again, it scales off of the 5 drops, right? The 5-drop pool. So if it's Standard Arena, it probably will be pretty good because you get, you could get the 6/5 Death Rattle, destroy a minion or whatever. I don't know if it's you guys think it's a 5? I don't think so. I think like 4.5 probably. Yeah, it used to be amazing. It used to be like the best card. I think 4.5 is probably fair. I think it's a 4. I think it's going to be pretty strong, right? It depends a bit on what sets are in though, because that's what you have to remember. Like if it's all Standard Arena, then your average 5-drop is going to be great. No. 4 or less, maybe a 4.5 in today's Hearthstone. Yeah, I don't think it's definitely not a 5. It's probably between a 4 and a 4.5. Compared to Arcane Overflow, yeah, Arcane Overflow is still, Arcane Overflow is better, but there's times where Firelands will be better. Because if you're doing actually 5 damage to him and Arcane Overflow gives you a 3/3, it's like, It's probably somewhere between a 4 and a 4.5. Honestly, it probably is more like a 4, huh? 7 mana. Okay, I'm actually gonna drop it. I think 4 is probably more correct. All right. Fire Sale. 4 mana. Wait, Fire Sale's just staying, huh? 4 mana, deal 3 damage to all minions, tradable. I mean, this card's just great, right? Like, what's Fire Sale? It's kind of fun doing this because it's almost. We could even go back and see what my ratings are for this and what I gave it originally. Fire Sale's great, right? Fire Sale's probably a 4.5. I think Fire Sale's probably a 4.5. I think I would take Fire Sale over Firelands most of the time unless I really needed burn. It's fine, but I think this card's great. I love this card in Mage. The tradable makes it so much better. I'm sticking with 4.5. You guys can't talk me down this one. All right, we also have Flame Geyser returning, but it's buffed, chat. It's buffed. Now it's 1 mana. Deal 2 damage, add a 1/2 elemental to your hand. So how much does that change it? I still don't think the card is great. Like, I don't know. There's just so many cheap spells, and I don't think it's that insane. You think Flame Guy? No, I don't think it's a 4. I think it's more like a 3.5, maybe a 4, maybe. Yeah, I see it as a worse Arcane Worm. I do, basically. It's definitely pickable. Yeah, it's definitely pickable. I mean, it's a fine card, but I think I just want those kind of cards to do more for me. So I'm actually going to go probably on the lower side for this one and go 3.5. But it's much better. I mean, if it was 2 mana, it'd just be awful, so... I would guess there's going to be Elemental Synergy. Otherwise, I don't know why they would have brought back Flame Geyser. So, yeah. Also, Arcane Artificer is back. I mean, this card still sucks, right? I don't know. 1.5 or 2 or something. 1.5. It's just not really relevant most of the time in Arena. Okay. That's it for Mage. Wow. Some pretty big changes for Mage. On to Paladonger. We are losing Rag. Lightlord, honestly, who gives a shit? Every time I was offered Rag in my current arena drafts, I was like, meh, no one cares about Rag. We're getting the Firelord back, which is way better, way cooler anyways, so get it out of here. Reckoning is out. I'm okay with that. Reckoning's a very good secret, but I'm kind of ready for that one to go, personally. All right, like, again, I'm a secret hater, so, like, get rid of all the secrets, but... I think Reckoning, I'm happy to see that one go, honestly. Along with the Vinge and Noble Sack. Wow, so a lot of secrets are out for Paladin. Wait, is that all of the secrets? Does Paladin no longer have secrets? That's going to really buff the Paladin Discovers. Wow, interesting. No Noble Sack will feel weird. It will. Yeah. Yeah, no, I just hate secrets. I'm not a hater in secret. No. Anyhow, I don't like secrets. These are, I mean, Avenge and Reckoning are 2 great secrets. Noble Sack is a okay secret. Aldor being gone feels kind of bad. It does, honestly. You know what else? This one feels kind of sad to me. Like, no, Aldor was still very good in Arena. Like, it wasn't played and constructed, right? But Aldor was still quite good in Arena. I feel like it didn't need to go. Well, yeah. All right. On to the additions here. Bringing back, what does this do? Lothraxion the Redeemed. 5 mana 5/5 battle card for the rest of the game. After you summon a Silverhand recruit, give a Divine Shield. Right? In Arena, it's kind of What do you guys think? In Arena, You got to play it on turn 5, and you play a 5/5 for it, and I guess it's a little bit better if you have, I mean, Big and they already get Divine Shield if they're infused, right? Yeah. I mean, you're getting muster back too, which obviously it's good together, but I don't think it's great. I think it's like an average card, honestly, for Arena. I'll go with a 3 for that one. All right, what do we think muster is? Now, this is a blast from the past. Muster in 2023. Dude, honestly, muster is still pretty good. I'm thinking like 4-ish? 4.5? I don't know. I think 4 is probably fair. Like, muster can be very good if you have, dude, synergy, right? You know, there is some for Paladin, but as just like an overall score, I think 4 is probably fair. But it is quite good. It's between a 4 and a 4.5, I'd say. It's quite a good card. Oh, interesting. Hammer of Wrath is back. And now 3 mana. 3 mana, deal 3 damage, draw a card. I still don't think it's good enough. Chat, I don't think that doesn't sound good enough to me. And like, I mean, there's just so many. I guess for Paladin, maybe it's okay, but I just think about all the other spells that just seem better. You know, like you could like discover with cheap spells, or I don't know. This like if this card was 2 mana, then I'd be like, oh shit, this is nuts, right? As 3 mana, I think it's just okay. Like a 3. It's okay. It can go face though, but I think 3 is fine. We'll go for 3. Yeah, Paladin doesn't get a lot of draw. It's true. It's true. Hand of Adal is back. It's the nerf version of it though. 2 mana, give a minion +2/+1 and draw a card. Hand of Adal is still quite good, right? Hand of Adal is better than Hammer, definitely, right? Probably what, 4? I think probably a 4 is fair. I don't think it's like, I'd much rather have the buffs that give a Divine Shield, because those are just much more game breaking. But Hand of Adal is still quite good. If it was +2/2 still, it'd probably be more like 4.55ish. Now this one's kind of crazy, chap. Grime Street is back, and now it's a 2/2. They gave it +1 health and +1 attack. I think Grime Street is legit nuts now. Like, I think it's really good. Maybe not insane, but I think it's quite good now. Because like playing a 2 mana 2/2 doesn't feel that bad, right? And it's going to give you tempo back if you played in the early games. So I think it's pretty good. I think I'm going to keep it as a 4 up here. I don't know if it's quite a 4.5, but I think it's pretty good. All right. Boom. We're done with Paladin. Time for everyone's favorite or least favorite. Priest time, chat. Wow, that's a lot of things that are leaving Priest. Goodbye, Murazond. I will miss you because I love dragons. I will miss you. I love dragons and I will miss you. Lyra's gone. Oh, also kind of sad. Lyra wasn't as great anymore, but that's also kind of sad, you know? So now your scale isn't 1 to 9.4. Hey, we can't, not everything can be 9.4. Cold Tyrann Chaplain's out. It's fine. Chaplain was a good card, but don't really miss. I don't think I really missed that one. Focused Will, good riddance. That card was always kind of meh. Power Infusion out. That's okay. It's a good card. It still would be a good buff, but it's not really that interesting. Radiant is out. I think I'm okay with that for Constructed. Yeah, I don't play a lot of Constructed, but that card just, it's been so defining for so long. Wait. Cleric is gone? Wait, what? Wait, why would they do that? I love Cleric. Wait, chat, why? Why did they do this? Is it too good or is it too bad? Which one? Is it because it's too bad or too good? It's getting a replacement, don't worry. Only possible card draw on Priest. You'll see? Okay. Okay. I'll miss you. I'll miss you. All right. And now the cards that are joining. Katrina Muerte is back. But now a 7-drop, right? It used to be an 8-drop, correct? At the end of your turn, resummon another friendly undead minion. Oh, and now it's only undeads. Wait, was it always undeads? No, it wasn't, right? It was any minion? Interesting. Okay. That's kind of cool. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. Freaking kids. All right, what do we think? That probably makes it, well, obviously having it be 7 mana makes it a lot better. What about the fact that it's undeads only? Does that make it better too? I don't know. I feel like most of the undeads that I draft in Arena are cheap. There is the 5 mana 5/5, but I feel like it's a lot of like little shitters. But the fact that it's 7 mana makes it a lot better. I mean, it's a good card now, right? Like, it's got to be like, what, like a 4.5? The stats are, it's a little understated, but it's like, it has to be killed. So I think this one's quite good. I'll go with a 4.5 on it. Can't res itself. Sag. Bog Creeper stats. Oh, man, that's a throwback, huh? All right, so Dark Bishop Benedictus is staying in Arena. Honestly, it's hard to give an overall, score for this. The card is nuts if you can make it work, right? So I actually think I give Benedictus a 4.5. My Shadow Priest decks have been insane. But obviously, if you already have a Holy Spell, then it's like a 0, right? So it's like, not a 0, it's a 5 mana 5/6 Pit Fighter. But I'm going to give this review for if at the point you take it, it's still active. And I think it's very good in those cases. But, it's not an every time pick. Mana Geode. Dude, I saw this change. Mana Geode's pretty nuts now, chat. So Mana Geode is now, it used to be a 2 mana 2/2. And it used to have to be healed, right? Now it's overheal. So this is a new keyword, which means overheal is if you heal it up to more health than its starting health. Is it, chat, is it its base health? How does that work? So let's say I give this +2 health from some effect. It was always a 2/3, really? Was it? Really? Maybe you're right. Okay, maybe you're right. It's, so it's max? Oh, okay. So if I buff this to a 2/4, I would have to heal it up to 5 or more health in order to get the effect. Is that correct? I'm assuming that's how it works. 4 or more health. Wait, what? I thought you had to heal it to above its max health. You just have to make it full health and it works? Is that correct? It works if you hit a 4. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Okay, so I'm thinking about it correct. Okay. Yeah. So above its starting health. Yeah, so Geode I think will be quite good now because it's just a threat. I think generally the best way to use Geode is going to be like comboing it with a Holy Nova or something, Some like mass heal effect where you don't have to spend the 2 mana to heal it. So yeah. Should be pretty good. And just to make sure, you have to overheal the Geode, correct? Like if the Geode's on the board and you heal something else, you don't get the effect. Okay. Yeah, it's quite good. I don't know why people are saying this card like 2 or 2.5. What do you mean? It's a 2 mana 2/3, which is fine, and then it has a positive effect. It's got to be above average. 3.5 probably. I don't know if it's quite a 4, but it's good. It's a good card. It's fine. I mean, I think it's pretty solid. I like the card. I'm going with a 3.5. All right, so this is what you guys were talking about, the replacement. Crimson Clergy, 1 mana 1/3, overheal, draw card. I mean, it's just a shitty version of Cleric, isn't it? Or is it a buff version of Cleric? Is this more often to be a buff or a nerf? I think it's more often to be a nerf, right? Because generally you want to make a trade with a minion and then heal it back up. So it's a lot worse, right? Yeah. So what is it? Probably like a 2. I mean, it's still okay. Doesn't give you value, but maybe like a 2, 2.5. Something like that. Somewhere in that range. I actually don't really like it that much. I think the overheal is going to be kind of awkward in Arena. I'll go with the 2. Holy Champion. 2 mana, 1/4. Overheal, gain 2 attack. Man, I'm not really loving the overheal mechanic for Arena, chat. It's like... So what is the idea here? You're supposed to play this and then heal it? And then you played a 4 mana 3/4? Like... I don't know. Not a big fan. It's only those minions. Only those minions. We don't know when the expansion launches. I saw a question in chat. But it should be early April. Yeah, this seems kind of bad, right? I think this is also probably like a 2. Honestly, maybe even lower. Maybe like a 1.5. I'm just not seeing the utility of it. Wah, wah. Yeah, it used to be a 4 mana 3/5. Gain attack whenever a character is sealed. It was way better than. Good body debuff. That's fair. That's fair, I guess. It's okay with buffs, but I still, But what's not is Shadow Ascendant, chat. It's now a 2/3. Went from a 2/2 to a 2/3. Same effect. This card's great now, right? What do you guys think? 4, probably? I mean, it's definitely better than Mana Geode. 5? No, whoa. What do you mean 5? 5? It's not a 5. 4.5? I don't know, dude. I don't know. You think it's that great? It's between a 4 and a 4.5. It's pretty solid. On curve ends the game. I mean, if it again, like I think cards like this don't scare me as much these days because you just have more answers and you have more spells and stuff. But it does still require an answer. All right, fine. We can go with 4.5. I think that's okay. It's somewhere between 4 and 4.5 for me. And then Shard is also staying into the core set, or being added to the core set. Shard's a very nice card. I think Shard's probably, for me, it's like a 4. The tradable just kind of makes this card. Sometimes it can be, backbreaking for people, and sometimes you just shuffle it away. But it's just very flexible. So I'm down for a 4. All right. Priest. So, wow. Pretty big changes to Priest. Seems like the biggest one so far outside of Mage. On to Rogue. All right. Vanessa is gone. I always had a thing for Vanessa. Just want you guys to know. If I wasn't married, I think Vanessa and I could have made things work. I really do. So I'll miss her. I'll miss having her around. Sprint is out? They really tried to make Sprint viable. And honestly, in Arena, at 5 mana, it was okay. But still rarely picked it, honestly. She's my girlfriend. Assassin's Blade, good riddance. Just get rid of that card. Don't bring it back. It just doesn't work in the modern game. Like, no one wants it, Sinister Strike is out. Good. No one cares about it. Nobody cares. Can I ask why an Arena man is interested in the core set changes? I mean, these changes are probably more relevant for Arena than Standard. Because the core is always in Arena, and we actually play with, like, the shitty neutrals and stuff. Huh? Tomb Pillager. That's fine. Tomb Pillager's a solid card, but... I won't... it's not one of my favorites. I won't really miss it. It's okay for that to go. Plague Scientist hurts a little bit. Plague Scientist has been great. It's kind of held up over time as just being a really, really solid card. A little bit sad to see that one go. Cold Blood gone. Fine. Cold Blood feels pretty bad now. Like, So I'd say that Plague Scientist, and I like Vanessa, but Plague Scientist is the one that I'm most sad to see go. All right, and what do we have? Coming back. Dude, Shadow Jeweler Hanar. I hate that card. I don't know if I'm the only one, but in my limited time playing Standard, and then in my limited time having that card played against me in Arena, dude, fuck that card. I literally hate that card. Like, why is that thing coming back? And buffed? Wait, is it buffed? What is... Oh, because it's Discover now. Is that the buff? It didn't used to be Discover, or was it? I can't remember now. No, it's not buffed? Oh, it always discovered? Okay. So no buff. It's the same. Anyhow, Hadar is pretty nuts. In Arena, you have to have secrets to make it work, but if you just have one, it pops off so hard. Probably like a 4.5. I wouldn't give it a 5 because, you know, obviously you need to have some combos to make it work, but when it does hit, it's insane. Minstrel is back, and this one is definitely buffed. I know this one for sure. Elven Minstrel is a 4-mana 3/3, and combo draw 2 minions from your deck. It used to be a 4-mana 3/2. It makes Minstrel better. I still don't think it's great, though. Chat, what do you guys think? I feel like generally drawing spells is better than drawing minions, and it's fine. Like, it's an okay card. Like a 3.5-ish. I think it's probably a 3 for me. I just don't think it's great. Amazing for turn 3 coin. Not really, though, right? Like, you don't want to coin out something that's the stats are so weak. All right, Ambush. Oh, Ambush is coming. Ambush is one of the best rogue secrets. Very good. Probably a 4. I really like Ambush. 4.5-ish. Plagiarize is pretty mediocre. I'd say Plagiarize probably like I mean, it's okay. 2.5-ish. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that card. I'm going to say a 2.5. I like my secrets to give me tempo. I think you're way underrating Minstrel. Why are we comparing Astalor to Minstrel? Sorry, I'm just trying to understand. What? How are those even in the same conversation? Okay, Cheat Death is back. Secret, when a friendly minion dies, return it to your hand. It costs 2 less. Never been a fan of that card. I think that one's like for me, that's like a 1.5 or 2. I just don't like Cheat Death. I'm a big Cheat Death hater. Big hater. This will draw anything, you even ask for. Yeah, but I mean, like, the thing is, you have to play a 4-mana 3/3. I don't know. Not a huge fan of it. Okay, whoa! This one's a big pog for me, though. Fan of Knives is back. Fan of Knives is back. But it's now 2 mana instead of 1. Let's go. That's great. That's great. I really like Fan of Knives. One of my favorite rogue cards. And it's pretty good now, right? 2 mana makes it a lot better. A lot better. What do you guys think? 4? 4.5? It's so flexible. 4 is solid. 4.5 easy. It's hard. It's hard to not be a little nostalgic about some of these cards, you know? Like, yeah, I kind of want to give it a 4.5 just because it's hard. It's so hard to get AoE in Rogue. So I'll go with a 4.5. I like going on the higher side anyways. Listen, I'm a lover. Lovers want to go high. Huh? What? What does that? Doesn't make sense. All right, cool. So Rogue is getting a lot of secrets. I mean, is that cool? I don't know. I don't love secret stuff in Arena, but I am happy to see Minstrel back. That's a fine card. Oh, Eviscerate. Wait, I missed Eviscerate. Eviscerate's coming back. I totally missed it. Okay. I totally just didn't see Eviscerate for some reason. Yeah, Eviscerate's still fine. It's probably like a 4. All right. 2 mana deal 4 is just solid. So I think it's still good. Cool. Good. It should be back, dude. Rogue without Eviscerate just felt so weird to me. Like, why? You know? Okay. We are now on to the Shaman, chat. Shaman time. Starting out with Kragwa, Kekbai. Yeah, who cares? Kragwa was... yeah. Kragwa was only Pog if Unstable Evolution was around, so... Manatide Totem is back. Wait. It's not buffed or anything? That's just the same Manatide? Oh, it's leaving. My brain. Just... I don't know why, but... It's one of those things where I haven't seen a Manatide in Arena in ages. So, like, in my head, I was like, oh, it must be coming back since no one ever plays the card. Yeah, so good riddance. No one plays that card. Portal's really good, though. Portal's out. That's a little bit of a loss for Shaman. It's one of their better AoE cards still. Tidal Surge. Tidal Surge is a fine card. Not really going to miss it too much. Rockbiter, good riddance. That card just feels bad these days. Doesn't really feel like it holds up. All right, and what is joining the core set for Shaman? Grand Totem Icer. At the end of your turn, give +1/+1 to all their totems in your hand, deck, and battlefield. Yeah, I mean, for Arena, that's still just going to be terrible. I don't care how many times they try to make Totem Shaman work. That shit is just not a thing. It just, I mean, at least not Arena. 1.5, that card sucks. Overdraft, 1 mana, tradable, unlock your overloaded mana crystals to deal that much damage. I know we're getting some overload support. Maybe it makes Overdraft like fringe playable, like because there is going to be more overload. It is tradable, but I'm not a big fan of Overdraft. Wait, Thing from Below is back. Is that even buff, chat? That's literally not even buffed, right? Isn't that the same Thing from Below from like 10 years ago? What the hell were they thinking with the Shaman core set? What the fuck are these cards? I mean, that card just sucks, dude. In modern Hearthstone, that's just a keck. I'm just giving it a 1 just to like prove a point. That card sucks, dude. All right. Ancestral Knowledge. Okay, so Ancestral Knowledge is now overload 1, huh? Draw 2 cards, overload 1. That's pretty good now. That's a pretty good draw card. 4, maybe? What do you guys think? 3.54? I mean, it's basically an Arcane Intellect, though, which is still only fine, right? Probably just a 3.5, actually. Like, maybe it's a little better than AI, but not always. I mean, it's better than AI in the sense that it could open up overload synergy. It's easier to play, but I still don't think it's great. Pure card draw in Arena sucks. I'm not a huge fan of it. Yeah, I think Discover is just so much better, and there's so much Discover now. And finally, Zap. 0 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion, overload 1. I mean, it's fine. Like, I don't know, dude. I just don't get these cards. Like, why? Just because it's overload? I mean, I don't know. A 2 maybe? They aren't even that interesting. Zap is good, a 4? No way. Do you think Zap's a 4? Why? How do you like backstab? I'd rather have a backstab than a zap most of the time. And backstab is like, doesn't overload me. All right. Okay. Done with Shaman. Hopefully Warlock is better, because that was not all that exciting. Not going to lie. All right, Warlock time. High Priestess Jeklik is leaving. Who cares? Felsoul Jailer is leaving. Who cares? 2 just terrible cards. Void Terror is out. I mean, Void Terror was a good card and had some cool utility with eggs or like other things, and sometimes can make a big minion. I'm kind of sad about Void Terror leaving. I like that card. Tiny Knight of Evil never really popped off. I love the voice line, but it's fine. Darkshire Librarian, I hated that card. So honestly, so far, don't care about any of these. Get rid of all of them, I'm happy. Let's see what they're adding. Mal'Ganis is back. 9 minute. Were these always the stats on it? 9 minute, 9/7. Your other demons have +2/2. Your hero is immune. Huh. Shit. How do you rate Mal'Ganis? Mal'Ganis Jailer combo. So is that the idea of it? It's like shit. Below average. Yeah, I mean, it's taunt basically. It's true, but it's like, seems pretty bad, right? Like 2.5-ish or something like that. Just draft Jailer with it. Smile. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the 2. I don't think it does enough for a 9 mana card. All right, Enhanced Dreadlord is coming back. 8 mana, 5/7. Taunt, Death Rattle, summon a 5/5 Dreadlord life. So that's the same that it was when it was here before, but that's still a pretty good card, I think. What do you guys think? 4? I think it's still pretty solid. You guys think Dreadlord's a 4.5? Card is annoying as F. Can do a low 4. I think 4 is probably pretty fair for this one. Some people like a 4.5. I don't know. It's a good card, but I think 4 is fair. Defile is back though. Oh man, I hate Defile so much. Nobody missed you, Defile. Literally nobody missed you. We hate you. Just played and clear the whole board. God. All right, what do we rate Defile? Defile's still good, right? What do you guys think? You guys think it's a 5? Ooh, I don't think so. I think like 4.5 maybe. You guys think 5? I don't know, dude. 5 is like Colossus and shit to me. Like, it's got to clear the board plus some 8/8 for 2 mana or something. I honestly think it's like a 4.5. I mean, I'm saving 5s for like cards that, you know, Deathborn, something like that. Kill the stuff and generate a bunch of stuff. I think 4.5 is fine for Defile. I think sometimes we look at these cards and we just remember what they were, and it's still a good card, but in current Hearthstone, it's not quite what it once was. Yeah, if I was like a Gigafin or something, right? Exactly. Void Color, 4 mana, 3/4. Deathrite, put a random demon from your hand to the battlefield. I mean, obviously there's this big demon support, but in general, in Arena, that card's pretty bad. I'm going to go with the 2. It's understated, and you don't always have a demon in hand, so yeah. Spirit Bomb is back. Spirit Bomb's still okay. 1 mana, deal 4 damage to a minion your hero. I don't know if there's going to be like self-damage support. This card's fine. I don't know. What do you guys think? Spirit Bomb's like a 3? Whoops. That's what I meant to hit. 3.5. That's okay. I'm going to go with 3. Sometimes you literally can't play it because you're low, but it's fine. All right, on to Warrior, chat. The last class. We've gone through all of the classes, and then we have a shit ton of neutrals to talk about. All right, Warrior. Goodbye to Darius Crowley. That's a cool legendary, but that's okay. Gorehowl's gone. Wow. You know, I think some people are going to be sad about this one, but I think it's time. I think it was time. Gorehowl, like, with the power level of a lot of the other weapons, Gorehowl just felt like it was just not very good anymore. It still was an okay card, but it's like, I'd rather have some of these other weapons and just not have a Gorehowl in my deck. So, yeah. Shield Maiden is gone. That's fine. Are you going to review the boss? I've been doing that the whole way through. We do both for each class. Shield Maiden, whatever. They buffed it. It was still not very good. Who cares? Armorsmith gone. Don't really care. Never was very good in Arena. Bloodhoof Brave. It's still okay, but it was feeling a bit worse these days. So, who cares? Fiery War Axe being gone. Wow. It's honestly, it's probably time, right? It's probably time. Oh, there are cards that are staying in core but being buffed. Oh. Is there a way to see, like, is there an easy way to see those? Like, is there any way for me to, like, screen share? We can take a look at them, definitely. Remind me once we finish this, and then I'll take a look. Yeah. Link below. Okay, hold on. Yeah, oh, this is like in text form. Is there any like cleaner way to see it? Returning to core. Oh, like, so some of these returning to core cards. Oh, crap. Okay. Sure, we can do something with this after. Okay, sure. Oh my God, so many cards. All right. Yeah, you know, I tweeted about it, but I didn't like... In my head, I didn't realize we weren't going over all of those. So, yeah, that makes sense. We should. Okay, anyhow, Fire War Axe, kind of, I think it's time for that one to go. Deckhand still didn't feel that good, so fine with that one going. All right, what do we got? What's coming back? Armagadillo is back. Okay. Is Armagadillo, is that the same stat line? Was it always a 4/8? I want to say it was a 4... Oh, yeah, 4/7. Yeah. I wanted to say it had been buffed. Okay, so Armadillo is 6 mana, 4/8 now. Taunt at the end of your turn. Give all taunt minions in your hand +2/2. It should be pretty good as a 4/8. Warrior likes taunts. I think this one's pretty solid. What do you guys think? 4? 4.4? 4.5? Depends on, you have to have taunts with it, right? I'll go with a 4. Got to have taunts with it, but it's a very good card. Yep. Bladestorm is back. 3 mana, deal 1 damage to all minions. Repeat until one dies. I swear to God, Bladestorm is the most awkward card to use in Arena ever. It's just so awkward to use. I never liked this card. I actually rate it below average. I just hate this card. It's just so weird to use. Give it a 2. Dynomatic is back. 5 mana, 3/4 mech. Battlecry, deal 5 damage randomly split among all minions except mechs. I think Dynomatic is still pretty good. Generally, you play it when you're behind, and it gives you a body and clears. So I think Dynomatic is still okay. What do you guys think? Like a 4? Something like that? It's still pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Sword Eater is back. Sword Eater is still absolutely broken, right? 4 mana, 2/5 taunt Battlecry Koopa 3/2 sword. That's still probably a 5, right? 4.55. I mean, it's still nuts. It's still pretty nuts. Would I rather have Sword Eater or Sunfire Smithing? Probably Sunfire Smithing if I'm just comparing cards. Dreads, can you pause for a bit? My food's about to arrive. No, I'm sorry, I can't. I can't do that. I think I give it a 5, man. I think this card's still nuts. I think it's still really, really good. Heavy Plate is back. That card's awful. I don't know, 1 probably. Tradable does not save that card. Fright and Flunky is back. 2 mana, 2/2. Taunt Battlecry, discover a taunt minion. Fright and Flunky is still quite good. Probably like a... It's interesting because now Warrior has that 1 mana spell that's just like a way better version of this card, right? Like way better version. And Defile's not a 5. I think I'd rather have Sword Eater than Defile. I mean, it's hard to compare the cards of different classes, but I actually think Sword is quite a bit better. Fright and Flunky. 4? I think it's like a 4. I don't think it's a 4.5 anymore. It used to be, but I really do think this card should have been a 2/3. Then it would be a 4.5, I think. And finally, Woodcutter's Axe. 2 mana, 2/2. Death Rattle will give 2 +2/1 to a random friendly minion. Wait, this used to be, it had to be a rush minion, right? Oh, shit. That's a huge buff. Now this pretty much always lands. Okay. All right. Not bad. Pretty good now, right? Yeah, I think that thing's probably 4.5 now. Kill something and then buff something. It's pretty solid. All right, we'll go 4.5. Who asked though? Your mama. Sorry, that was mean. I didn't mean that. All right, chat. So that's it for that's all the classes. So we'll go through the neutrals and then we'll go through the ones that are staying in the core and are buffed at the end, okay? That's the plan. Probably go through those a little bit quicker, but yeah. All right, neutral time. There's a lot, okay? So there's a lot. So what's goodbye? Goodbye to Reno Jackson. No one cares. Sucks in Arena. Goodbye, Elise. It's way overdue. This card sucks in Arena. Goodbye, Bran. Honestly, it sucks in Arena. I know it's crazy and constructed, but goodbye. Sir Finley, you're boring these days. Goodbye. A little sad about Mossy leaving. Mossy's a cool card. I like that card. Faceless, thank God. I haven't wanted to draft a Faceless in ages. Mana Saber, I don't know why this one had to go. It still felt pretty decent. Devourer's terrible, good riddance. Infiltrator's fine, but I'm okay with that one going. Teacher, it should have been gone a while ago. Lone Champion feels pretty mediocre these days. Wow, Ooze being gone. That one hurts a little bit. That one definitely hurts a little bit, but it's okay. We have lots of weapon removal. Stormwatcher, thank God that's gone. Scalebane gone. Yeah, Scalebane was still pretty decent, but I'm okay with it going. DID, goodbye. Dude, I still pick DID a lot. Kind of sad. Panther is gone. Good. That card should have never been in the game. Fuck that card. Ironbeak Owl. Thank God I won't have to hear about you guys telling me to draft Owl ever again. Well, maybe not ever again, but not for a while. Sunreaver Spy, whatever. Mistress, whatever. Murloc, Tinyfin, thank God that shitter is gone from my arena drafts. Beautiful. I like pretty much all those changes. Okay. What are we getting added? Rag is back? Rag? Huh. Rag is like fine now, right? We're going to give ratings for these ones, but how good is Rag? I don't actually think it's like great anymore, right? It's like okay. Yeah, I honestly feel like it's like a 3, maybe a 3.5. We'll give it a 3.5 out of respect, but it's not very good anymore. It's like only okay. Dr. Boom is better than Rag, but still not amazing. Like I would say, what do you guys think? Is Dr. Boom is like maybe a 4? Maybe a 4 for Dr. Boom. But yeah, it's not what it once was, huh? Ziliax is back. I mean, Ziliax was good in Arena, but it was never as broken as it was constructed. And it didn't get buffs or anything. So, I don't know. Ziliax is probably what? Is Ziliax a 3.5 maybe? For Arena? I don't know. There's just so many crazy legendaries. I feel like I'm almost never taking Ziliax. Okay. The Black Knight is back and like Omega buff, dude. It's now a 4/4. It's a lot better. All right. So how good is a 4/4, 4-mana 4/4 Black Knight? Pretty good, dude. It's pretty good. Like a 4.5, maybe. I think it's probably a 4.5. It's pretty sick. Because the thing about the card now is like worst case you can tempo it as a 4/4. Right? Obviously, you really don't want to do it, but the stats aren't so horrific for the cost that you like just lose if you tempo it. The old Black Knight, if you had to tempo it, it was a 6-mana 4/5, right, or something like that. It was terrible. So, yeah, you're never tempoing this as a 4/4. What do we always say here, Fixable? We never use the terms never and always. Okay, there's. I was about to say there's always a time that you may, but that I'm using always, but yeah, Black Knight should be really, really good. Okay. Dirty Rat is back and still terrible. Dirty Rat's, I don't know. It's a 1 card, just legit. Oh, crap. Wrong button. Dirty Rat's legit terrible. Menace is back and is buffed now. It's now a 4-mana 3/2. That's not that bad, right? What do you guys think? Is Menace now like an average card? Maybe. I don't know if I'd say above average, but it's kind of fine, right? It's a lot of stuff. For some classes, that card's probably pretty good now. Like for a Paladin or a Druid, it's probably more like a 3.5 or 4. Huh. Interesting. Oh, it's also buffed in BGs? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, sure. You guys want to bump it up? We'll give it a 3.5. I'm down. 3.5 for Menace. Eater of Secrets is back and is still terrible. Like that just... I don't know. I don't want to spend time on that. It's just terrible. Cult Neophyte is back. 2-mana 3/2 Battlecry. Your opponent's spells cost 1 more next turn. I mean, it's a little bit of an annoyance. Honestly, if it's a mage meta, it's more than an annoyance, but that card's probably like a 3. I don't think I want to give it like a 3.5, but it's fine. Oh, I keep clicking the wrong button. All right. Armor Vendor is back. 1 mana 1/3. Give 4 armor to each hero. I don't know, dude. It's okay. Some of these cards, I'm like, why? Fine. War Gear is back, and now it's a 6/5, but it still sucks. I don't know. War Gear is like a 2. I know it has magnetic, but I don't believe in that really doing something in Arena. Rotten Apple Bomb is back, and it's unchanged. It's still 4 mana or 5 mana 4/5. Restore 4 health to your hero. Huh? I mean, I guess maybe it's a 2. Let's see. And Yeti grabs that shouldn't be. Jeez. Royal Librarian is staying, and Royal Librarian's very good. I'd say Royal Librarian's like a 4. Quite a strong card. Oh, wait, it's a 4/4 now. Oh, shit. I just saw that. I don't think it changes it that much, honestly. Like, I don't know if that's enough to bump it up to like a 4.5. Yeah, it doesn't really, the attack on it doesn't matter that much, right? It's the fact that it, the silence effect and tradable, but it's very good. It's between like a 4 and 4.5. Yep. Nice. Okay, Dread Corsair, still terrible. Give that a 1. Hinge Clan Thug. I mean, I'm gonna give it an overall review. Like overall, it's really bad, right? Overall, Hinge Clan's like a 1.5, but if you're playing DH or Rogue or somewhat Druid, it's a lot better. So just keep that in mind. It's still pretty good in Rogue Demon. Or yeah, probably more like a 4 in those classes. What's next? Bronze Gatekeeper is back and buffed, right? It's buffed. It used to be a 1/5, I think. It's now a 3-mana 2/5 magnetic taunt. I still just don't think magnetic is going to be that relevant in Arena, so I still think this card's pretty weak, like a 2. Maybe a 2/5 taunt is like a 2.5. I don't know. It's somewhere in that range. We can give it a 2.5. That's fine. Don't really want to spend too much time on it. Viper is staying, and Viper is still a good card, right? I don't know. Viper is probably a little above average, 3.5. I think tradable at least gives you a 0.5. Maybe it's a 4. I mean, Viper's a pretty decent card, but I'll keep it as a 3.5. You guys are familiar with it anyways. Glacial Shard is back. Okay. Unchanged. 1 mana 2/1 elemental battlecry freeze enemy. Shard's still pretty good. What's an overall rating for Shard? It's still just annoying, right? And like sometimes a clutch freeze can just be really game swinging. 3.5. Wow, you really like Shard Fixable, huh? I think like 3.5. I'm okay with a 3.5. Mermy is back. Mermy's still pretty good. It now is an undead Murloc, so undead synergy with Mermy. I don't know. What's Mermy, a 3? It's funny, like a 1/1 that spawns a 1/1 used to be insane, but now there's a Druid 1/1 that spawns a 1/1 that spawns a 1/1. So, I mean, Mermy's fine, but, you know. Okay, Tour Guide is back. 1 mana 1/1 battlecry. Your next hero power costs 0. I mean, that card's pretty mediocre. I mean, it depends on the class, but I think overall that card's pretty bad. 3 for Tour Guide? You guys like Tour Guide? I think this card sucks. I don't want this in my deck. It is not good. What do you mean it's good? Its card sucks. No shot it's good. This card is... I remember playing with it. It sucks. It's Elven Archer for Mage. It's an Elven Archer for Mage that you can't use your hero power with. Card sucks. All right. Snow Flipper Penguin is coming back. Why? Who cares? That's the easiest one of my life. Little shitter. All right. So that is... we completed the review of the cards that are leaving and the cards that are... coming into the core set. Before we wrap up, I do want to take a look at the cards that are staying. So if you guys don't know, there are some cards that are returning to the core set and are buffed. So are all of these cards that are returning to core that they mentioned here, they're the buff one, the cards got buffed, right? Wow, there's actually a lot. Hold on. Let me... My crop is a little off for this. Hold on. That looks okay-ish. Oh, let's see how the score look too. Not too bad. Let me get you guys back up on the other screen. Okay, so these are the cards that were buffed. We have to, let's see if we can remember what they were before. So Flame Reaper is now a 5 attack weapon. It used to be 4. Is that correct? Flame Reaper also is a epic weapon, also for DH. Also damages the minions next to whoever you hero attacks. So this is a lot better now, isn't it? It was already pretty good in Arena. So you hero power with it, now it can do 6. That's pretty insane. That's got to be really good now, right? Like, what, a 4.5 or so? Pretty good. Yeah, and 3 uses. Yeah, that card seems pretty good. Oh, wait, my thing cuts off here. I'm moving it up here. We're jumping all over the place. All right, what else do we have? Ganar got buffed. Okay, so Ganar went from being a 3-2 to a 3-3. Outcasts give your hero +3 attack this turn. Ganar was already nuts in Arena, so this is probably also like a... It's at least a 4. I don't know if I want to go quite to a 4.5, but it's like 4 to 4.5-ish. Flame Reaper, I'd say, is better, but this card's great now. All right. Rascale Naga. Wait, this card got a big buff. What the hell? This thing used to be a 3-1, didn't it? It's now a 3-3. 3-3 Naga. After a friendly minion dies, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. How good is that now? Oh, it used to be a 3-2? Okay. So it's only 1 health? Okay. I was already buffed to a 3-2 earlier. Gotcha. Okay, it was launched as a 3-1. Makes sense. Okay. I think it's a 4. Juggler for DH. I mean, there should be some pretty good cards to make synergy with it. I think it's like a 3.5 to a 4. I'm going to go on the lower side. In Arena, how often will you have like the token generating cards? We'll go with the 3.5, but obviously better. Metamorphosis. 4 mana, swap your hero power to deal 4 damage. After 2 uses, swap it back. This got buffed, didn't it? This used to be 5 mana, correct? I believe this used to be 5 mana. That's a pretty big buff. I like this card a lot more at 4 mana. Like a lot more. I know all of them are buffed, but I'm like trying to remember what they were before, right? Oh, it was 5 mana deal 5 before? Oh, interesting. Can't hit meta off jackpot anymore. Oh, okay. So this is kind of like more or less staying the same, huh? Not very good IMO. I think it's still decent. I think it's still pretty good in Arena. That's a lot of damage. 8 damage for 4 mana. I guess you lose your hero power, kind of, but I think it's still pretty good. You guys don't like this card? I think it's still like a 4. In Arena? I think it's still like a 4. All right, Ancient of Lore. Wait, Ancient of Lore is now a 7/7? It was a 5/5 before, right? What the hell? All right. So is Ancient of Lore finally pickable? I think maybe. And heal 7, yeah, buff there too. I mean, maybe. I think it's okay. I still don't think it's great though. I just would rather have better, like cheaper ways to draw or generate. But it is a little bit better. Yeah, I think it's like a 3. I think that's probably pretty fair. 3, maybe close to a 3.5, but I think 3 is probably fair. Druid of the Claw. That's a pretty big buff, no? Choose one, transform, and so it's 6 mana now. Transform into a 7/6 with rush or a 4/9 with taunt. Wow, 4/9? Wait, that's nuts, right? You really rank Ancient that much worse than Miracle Growth? Yeah, it doesn't have taunt. Tig. That's a huge difference. The taunt from Miracle Growth is such a big deal for keeping yourself alive. Yeah, it was 5/6. 4/9's way better than 5/6 though. Like way better. I think that card's really good now. 4.5? I mean that looks pretty damn solid. It's 6 mana now. True. That's true. Okay, maybe it's more like a 4. That's fair. Okay, we can go with a 4. But definitely an improvement. Soul of the Forest. 3 mana. Oh, so it's now 3 mana instead of 4. Give your minions Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 Treant. Wow, dude. Soul is going to be so annoying now. Oh, man. I just think about the turns with Druid where I'm like, if I had 1 more mana, then the Soul would like pop off. 3 mana Soul is going to be nuts. I think it's going to be really, really good. 4, maybe? It was 2 mana. No, it used to be 4 mana. It went from 4 mana to 3 mana. I think that makes a big difference. It used to be kind of awkward and situational, but I think it's a lot better now. At least a 3.5. Oh, the Treant. Yeah. The Treants are now a 1 mana. Sorry. Yeah. The Treants went from 2 mana to 1 mana. Yep. I mean, you still have to have a board. I don't know. It's between a 3.5 and a 4 for me. I just think I feel like Soul's already been getting a bit better, so I'm gonna go with a 4. Just Druid has so many cards to make use of that. Yeah, so the Treant, you can see it here. It's now 1 mana. They're just showing that. I'm not gonna give a wait. Is Treant a card you can draft? It's not, right? They're just showing that it. Okay, they're just showing. Okay, all right. Just want to make sure. Yeah, I know you can get Witchwood Apple, but yeah. All right, Highmane. Highmane is now 7 attack, chat. How about that? The death rattle's the same, but 7 attack Highmane. Okay, a little buff. I don't think it makes a huge difference, but basically 7 attack means it's harder to ignore. So it's probably it's also 5 health. Oh shit. That's actually okay. Oh, it's a lot better. That's a lot better. It's like a mini mountain bear now. Was it always 5? Was it? I thought Highmane was a 6/4. Honestly, I really did. I thought it was a 6/4. In my head, it was a 6/4. Okay, so I guess it's not that much better then. I really did. In my head, it was a 6/4. Yeah, it's a scribe. I know. All right, so what do you guys think? What's the rating for Highmane? Does it change that much? I think Highmane's still probably like a 4, right? I still drafted quite a bit. I think it's probably just stays like a 4. Yeah. All right, Babbling Book is now a 1/2. Let's go. I still don't think I'm going 5s on these, but Babbling Book's an easy 4.5 for me now. I'll take it every time, so yeah, Babbling Book buffed. Let's go. True Silver is now buffed to restore 3 health when you attack instead of 2. I don't think it's a huge change to True Silver, honestly. Probably more relevant for for Standard than Arena, but True Silver was already okay. It's a little bit better. What do you guys think? Is True Silver still like a 4? Maybe more like a 3.5 these days? I don't know. True Silver isn't amazing anymore. LOL, True Silver and Standard. Well, I mean, I just don't think the 3 health matters in Arena, so. 3.5. I think 3.5 is okay. It's obviously not what it once was. All right, 3 mana Consecration. Consecration went from 4 to 3 mana. How big of a change is that, chat? What do you guys think? It's pretty big. It still goes face unchanged. Yeah. What do you guys think? Is it now a 4.5? It's at least a 4 now, I think. It might be a 4.5, dude. 3 mana Consecrate's kind of nuts. I'd rather draw a card, to be honest. Oh, you're comparing it to Remorseless? Yeah, but I mean, Remorseless is like really insane. So, I mean, you know, Remorseless is like a 5, right? So this is probably somewhere between a 4 and a 4.5, I think. I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna go 4.5. I'm gonna give respect to the 3 mana Consecrate. Let's go. All right, on to Draconid. Why is it hard for me to say right now? Draconid Operative. Back and is now a 4-drop. So went from being a 5 mana 5/6 to now a 4 mana 4/5, same effect. So what do you guys think? Does that make Draconid Operative better? I believe the answer is yes, because it's just, you know, cheaper is generally better. And the stat line is like fairly similar. Like a 4 mana 4/5 is probably pretty similar to a 5 mana 5/6. So yeah, it's like a slight buff. I mean, I like the card. I don't think it's amazing anymore, but I'm okay with a 4. 4 seems pretty fair for this card. Yeah, you get the effect earlier. I mean, it is better. But I don't think, I think it would be a 4 at 5. It might be a 3.5 at 5, but it's probably still a 4. All right, Holy Nova. What's a change? Oh, it now goes face, chat. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. It goes face again. Used to do that. Restore 2 health to all friendly characters. I mean, Nova was already great. Like, so, I mean, yeah, now we get 2 extra face damage. I mean, it probably doesn't matter too much for Priest, but I mean, Nova was already probably like a 4.5, so I don't think it's a 5, but I think it's a 4.5 for sure. Yeah, again, you like never pass it, right? Now with Overheal, it's even better. That's true. Yeah. Holy Nova is going to be really good for Overheal. That's true. That's true. You're going to miss lethal, forgetting that it can go face. Yeah. It might even be close to a 5 now with the Overheal mechanic, but I'll still keep it at a 4.5. All right, Psychic Conjure is now 1/2 as well. Nice. Same effect, copy a card in your opponent's hand and add it to your hand. I've kind of decided that all these cards are 4.5s. Like, I think I'm going to give the same rating to Swashbuckler. I think if theoretically you could pick between them, I'd pick Swash over Conjure. I would, but it's probably pretty comparable. So, in deck, not hand. Yeah, did I misread that? Copy card in your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. Yeah, Swash is a 5. Swash is a family. I mean, I really like Swash. I don't know. You could maybe make it a 5, but okay, you guys want to make it a 5? Sure. Nothing that matters for anything. There you go. You happy? We'll make Swash officially. The DRE will say it's a 5. Hope you're happy. Okay, Feral Spirits. 3 mana, summon 2/2/3 Spirit Wolves with Taunt, Overload 1. Okay, I'm going to figure out what the change is here. Isn't this the same? 2/2/3 Spirit Wolves with Taunt. Wasn't it already this? No. They had already changed it to be Overload 1 before. Oh, it's Nature Spell. That's the only thing? Okay, so now it's a Nature Spell. Yeah, I mean, it's still fine. I mean, I don't know. Feral Spirits is probably like a 3. I actually don't really like the card that much. Because it just... The 2/3 stat line just gets eaten up by 3 drops. So it like trades evenly with a 3/4, but you have to overload for it. It's like, But, okay. Now Nature Spell. Hex, chat. Look at it. We're going back in time. Hex is now 3 mana again. Dude, I think these are kind of funny. The ones that like, it's going back to what it was before. It's just kind of troll. Yeah, so Hex is going back to 3 mana. I mean, Hex was, Hex... It's probably a good change, right? With modern Hearthstone. What is Hex at 3 mana? Pretty good, man. It's probably a 4.5 now, right? Probably. I'd say so. All right, on to Nimbus. Nimbus is now a 2 mana 2/3. Battlecry, add a random element to your hand. That is pretty insane. So you don't lose any stats over a 2-drop, and you get the effect. Dude, I think Nimbus is probably a 5. Maybe it's still a 4.5, but that's pretty nuts. I'm gonna give it a 5. I don't care. But Dreads, you didn't give Defile a 5. Fuck Defile. No one likes Defile. I can do what I want. All right. Yeah, Nimbus will be really, really good. And finally, I think this is the last one, chat. Hellfire. Hellfire is now 3 mana, which is probably good. Hellfire hasn't felt good for a while. So, yeah, I think that's a pretty good change. Hellfire, will be better. So what is it now? Yeah, I think chat's saying like a 4. I think 4 is probably fair. I still don't think the Hellfire is like insane at that amount of mana, but it's good. It's definitely quite good. All right. So what do we think? What are our overall thoughts? I generally am pretty happy. I think like a lot of these cards, like Swashbuckler, Conjure, I'm glad they're staying Nimbus. I really like these cards that are cheap and just add a random card that you have to use, figure out how to use in the best possible way, like Book. Like I really like all like those 4. I'm glad they're staying. Yeah, it just makes me happy. I like those cards a lot. And then from the from the ones that are I think they did a pretty good job overall. It'll be cool to have Firelands Portal back. Let's see. Muster back is pretty cool. Don't really like the rogue stuff, the rogue secret stuff. Don't really like the shaman stuff. Warlock stuff is kind of whatever. I think the warrior stuff's pretty cool. Again, I really like, you know, cheap discover cards. I'm just a fan of it. It'll be nostalgic to have Boom and Rag back, even though they're not as good as they once were. The buff to some of these cards seems a little weird, like Angry Librarian. Like, why is that now 4/4? But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, Fan of Knives. That one's sick. That's what I mean. Like, these cards that are from the olden days, now they're finally going to be playable, or like at least better. I think it's pretty cool. Druid Switch with Apple now is 1 mana. Yeah. We talked about that. Yep. So that will be a lot better. Oh yeah, Macaw too, right? So they're bringing back a lot and keeping a lot of these kind of cards. So a lot of classes that you play in Arena will have the option to draft these cards, which I just think is cool because they're fun cards to play with. What are the odds you curve out Maze Guide, hit Putricide, and just win on turn 3? Wait, or you could also do that with a Hanar, right? The odds are low, but it could happen. Okay. All right, well, that wraps it up. That's our review of the course. Overall, pretty excited. Definitely going to miss a few cards like, you know, Flamestrike leaving and you know, there's some cards that feels a little bad to have no longer with us. DID gone. Acidic Swampu's gone. And I do have to say it before we wrap up here. Sinjin should have gone, dude. Why is Sinjin still around? And honestly, Yeti probably should be gone too. But especially Sinjin, dude. That card is just so outdated. Get that shit out. Get it out. All right. Okay. GG. Thanks for watching in chat, by the way. If you're watching this live, thanks for...